Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. We are going to be doing a little daily vlog today. It is Monday the 22nd, so we are cutting it close for this video. So fun fact, I actually filmed my entire last week for a little weekly vlog, and it was so cute. We worked on a lot of illustrations, we worked on packing the goodie bags, etc. Turns out my new camera, this camera that I'm talking to you guys on, has this fun little button that makes everything slow-mo and also doesn't record audio, and I did not know that. I accidentally hit the button at some point because it's right next to the little on-off button, and it's also right next to the little record button. So let's just have a moment of silence for all of that footage that I can't use. I'm actually devastated. I tried to import all my footage yesterday and found out that none of it was usable, and I was so sad. I cried a lot, but it's fine. We're gonna make a better video today, okay? Okay. If you don't know me, hello, my name is Cece. I'm an illustrator artist based in New York City. I draw cute stuff. Today is gonna be a busy day, okay? First of all, I have to back plan in my planner. If you didn't watch my 2023 Hobonichi flip through, I talked about what planner I'm using for 2024. This year I'm using the Take a Note planner. It's a Taiwanese brand planner. I have been really enjoying it. I've been really enjoying using it. So I need to back plan this past weekend because we did go and do stuff. So I need a back plan, and then we're also gonna plan for today, which is Monday. All right, and then also I need to finish the last print that I am going to be doing for my shop update in February. It is a Lunar New Year vibe print. I can show you the other prints that I made last week that I can't, that all the other prints that I made last week. Here you go. Look at them. I love them. I'm so proud of them. I went and talked about all of my drawing process. I'll do it again today. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we're gonna be doing a Lunar New Year print. We also have a couple of Patreon goodie bags to pack because I opened 5 extra slots in for the sticker goodie bag, and they all been filled. So I need to pack those, and I need to pack a couple orders. I got a couple orders over the weekend, and that's it. I think that's all the time I'm gonna have today. I also need to go to the grocery store. We're gonna go to Trader Joe's. I'm very excited. And I have ceramics class today. So it's gonna be a busy day. That's why I'm filming today, okay? This was intentional. It definitely wasn't that I lost all my footage from last week. So yeah. Oh, also I want to sketch a little bit. So I've had a goal to sketch at least once a week in my new sketchbook. If you didn't watch my last sketchbook video, so last week I sketched this, which I filmed, and now I can't show you. But I did a little magnolia study because I wanted to draw magnolias on a ceramic piece that I was working on. And then on Saturday we went to the Museum of Moving Image, so I did a little bit of sketching there. I sketched a couple of old cameras that I liked a lot. They look very funny. It was really interesting to see how cameras have evolved over time. So yeah, we're gonna fill out this page today, and we're gonna pack, and we're gonna draw, and we're gonna do human things. Hopefully we have enough time. So yeah, I better go and get started on doing those things instead of talking to you guys for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I hope it's a fun vlog. I'm gonna be using the footage that I lost to make a couple TikToks. So if you want to see some of that footage, go over to my TikTok. I'm trying to make more TikToks this year. Guys, I was so bad about it last year. My goal was to make one a week last year, and I didn't. And this year, my goal is to make 1 to 2 per week. So, fingers crossed. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get to work. It's fine. It's gonna be a good day. Okay. Hello, hello. It's voiceover Cece here. How are you all doing? I hope this vlog has been treating you well. I thought it might be fun to just chat a little bit during the sketchbook session. I have been really having a good time with my sketchbook. I think that I kind of got out of practice with drawing in a sketchbook for a long time. I tend to spend a lot of my time thinking about things that I can turn into products, like things that I can turn into prints and things that I can turn into stickers and stuff like that. And so far, working in the sketchbook has been really freeing. There's no pressure for me at all. I've just been drawing whatever I've been interested in drawing. Lately, I've been really interested in drawing flowers. I've been really interested in studying different kinds of flowers and looking at how they just grow differently. I don't know, I've been having a really good time. It's been really nice to be able to just like look at a photo and draw things and not have to worry about whether or not it's good. If that makes sense. I thought I might talk a little bit about how I draw and how I sketch. So when I am breaking down a flower or anything when I'm drawing, I am looking at shapes. So for example, flowers typically grow, like their petals grow in circles. So that's why I mark out like a circle for how big I want my flower to be. And then from that circle, I'm able to kind of figure out the size of each petal. And I'm looking at the shape of each petal and what kind of like different wrinkles and stuff it has per petal, if that makes sense. Some flowers have really round petals, some flowers have really skinny petals, etc. I did this with the cameras too, and the little TVs, the vintage TVs that I drew on the page over from when I was studying those cameras and TVs at the Museum of the Moving Image. I was looking at, the proportions and the rectangular nature and the circle, the cylinders of the little camera lenses and stuff like that. So I tend to break everything down into simple shapes. They don't necessarily have to be geometric shapes, but I am looking at shapes, if that makes sense. Some people approach drawings in like color. So some people might notice color better. Some people might look at light and dark more. I don't know how people do that. My brain doesn't function that way. My brain is very procedural, so I look at shape and then I look at shadow and color after I figure out the shapes of things. The way that I break things down into shapes also helps me with drawing things from memory, because fun fact, I don't see anything in my head. I think it's called aphantasia or something. Yeah, I don't see stuff in my head. So when I have a drawing that I want to draw, like if I want to do a drawing of tulips or something, I don't see tulips in my head, but I know the shapes that tulip petals have, and I know the shape that tulip leaves have, for example. Like tulip leaves are really long and skinny, and they come to a point and they tend to curl around the stem. Tulip petals tend to be pretty round and like kind of rectangular at the top and round at the bottom. Does that make sense? With a little bit of like it's not a stem. I don't know what all of the technical terms are, but there's like little lines, indentations in each petal and the middle. So I know what these things look like because I know the shapes that they have, but I am not seeing a petal I'm not seeing a tulip in my head. Because I've drawn so many tulips, I know the shapes that they have. And I do that with my characters too. So that's why a lot of my cat characters all have very similar shapes, because that's just my go-to cat shape that I draw. My bunny is basically a sphere with two little oval ears and a fluffy tail. Because when I think of a bunny, that's what I think of. I think of round with ears and a tail. So because I am breaking things down into shapes, I can then draw them from memory without actually seeing them in my head. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's interesting to you at all, just the way that that people look at shapes and objects and how they draw things from memory. Let me know if this little chat was interesting to you. Yeah, I would be super interested in knowing how you look at different objects and how you draw things if you are an artist, or if you just like to draw in your free time. Like if you're drawing a cow or a frog or something, how are you looking at that frog before you draw the frog, you know? I really like thinking about how people think. That's all I had to say today in this little voiceover spiel. If you would like me to talk about anything else that you might find interesting, my drawing process, my projects, my craft projects, the books I'm reading, stuff like that, let me know what kind of topics you would like me to chat about. I want to do more of these little voiceover sessions in my vlogs more often. Just, chat with you one-on-one. I think that'd be cute. So yeah, let me know. And now I'm gonna send you back to a vlog Cece because she has things to tell you. Okay, hello. It is 12:30. We have done some sketching. I decided to sketch some peonies. I love peonies, but I hate drawing them. So I thought I would practice drawing them because I don't like drawing them. They're very complicated flowers. Listen, sometimes I love a complicated flower. Like I love drawing hydrangeas. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hydrangeas are so complicated, but for some reason peonies, there's something in my brain. I'm like, I don't like it. So we practiced that for about an hour. I filled up a page. So now I have a full spread of peonies and little cameras. I've been really enjoying using the sketchbook. I really like just having no pressure around it. I've just been like, drawing whatever I feel like drawing and not really worrying about whether or not they look good. Like, for example, this peony bud, I was kind of studying how peonies look when they're buds compared to like when they're in full bloom, right? So you have like bud, tiny little baby bud, and then it's kind of growing up. And then this one is kind of mid bloom, and this one is more full bloom kind of vibes. So this one is not fat enough. This one is a little bit too narrow, but it's fine. It's a sketchbook. It doesn't have to look good. So yeah, we also packed up all of the orders. I packed a bag full of orders, and there are some Patreon sticker goodie bags in here that I also need to mail. So I am thinking, because it is noon now, I'm gonna go drop off all of the orders at the post office. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's because it's right next to the post office, kind of get some soup, and then have some lunch, and then we'll be back, and then the whole afternoon will be reserved for working on my Lunar New Year drawing. So yeah, that's kind of the progress for today, and then hopefully I can finish the Lunar New Year print today, order my prints, and then go to my ceramics class. Also, it's been so cold. I hope it's warmer today. It's 2 degrees Celsius. It'll be slightly warmer. It's been negative all week, and I like the cold, but it's been a little too cold lately. So hopefully it'll be less freezing.
나처럼 만난 친구는 없어. I don't need to say a word. Favorite 영화도 favorite 음식도 다 지금 이 노래도 춤추고 싶잖아. 어쩔 땐 너가 mystery 있으면 좋겠다 생각해. 날 위로해주는 지금 이 음악처럼 무슨 말해도 내 맘이 춤을 춰. When you say I'll be there for you, 진심인 게 느껴져. 눈물 날 때도 stereo. Yeah. Got my phone now, got my stereo now. No, I don't want you to go. When you go, and I'm feeling low. I just sing along to my stereo. Got my phone now, got my stereo now. No, I don't want you to go. When you go, and I'm feeling low. I just sing along to my stereo.
Hello. So it is 4:49. Does it see? Yeah. Okay, 4:49 p.m. I have finished this print. I am quite happy with it. So to quickly give you an overview on how I make prints, I did do this little chat already with the vlog that wasn't meant to be. So we're gonna do it again. All right. Yeah, so to quickly give you an overview of how I make illustrations, let me turn off all of these layers so you can actually see what's going on. But basically, I start off with a base color. And at this point, I'm just thinking about the contrast between different elements on the page. Like, I didn't want the bunny to be the same color as the porcelain. I was looking a lot at like this background color and this orange, and like whether or not you could see the orange. Selecting this blue was really hard. Blue tends to be, I have a hard time with blues. Like a good bright blue that doesn't look too bright. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's hard to, these blues are hard, all right? So yeah, so I start with a base color, and then I do a color layer. This is sometimes a color layer, sometimes a hue layer, sometimes a multiply layer, but this is hold on, this is what the layer is. So here it's just a gradient of pink and yellow. I do that to help set like the tone of the illustration, because I am thinking about mood at this point. When I have a drawing in mind, I'm usually thinking about mood. I'm not really thinking about like what it's gonna look like at the end. I'm thinking about the mood and the like feeling I want it to convey. So in this situation, I want it to be like celebratory, right? Because it's for Lunar New Year. Okay, and then I do multiply layers. So the multiply layers are just to block in the shadows, so you can see how all of the items, all of the things appear. Actually, what's really fun is if I fill this with white, you can see the shadows of all of the elements on the drawing, which I think is really cool, because then you can see like, oh, this is how I picked out the peonies. This is how the dumplings look like. You can actually tell what all the items are, which is cool. I think that's like kind of important for value studies. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I do the multiply layer, and then I do the overlay layers, which is lighting, the brightness, you know? So in this case, I want my lighting source to be kind of in front, and also this is a lighting source. So there's two lighting sources happening in this illustration. And then I do some more color adjusting. So this one was to make the little shiny bits brighter, you know? And this part was to make some of the darker bits a little bit darker. Just like to kind of set the peonies back a little bit more, because I thought they were a little bit too bright. And then I do the liner. The liner is something that I started doing last year, and I have really been enjoying it. It really helps kind of pick out certain elements in a drawing. It really helps with like showing like this would be where there would be like ambient light from the objects around it, you know, so you can see it better with the line art. I don't know, I just really like the line art. So in this one I decided on a pink and yellow line art, because that's kind of, you know, the colors for Lunar New Year. I went with pink and yellow this year instead of red and yellow, and I really like the color combo. I was trying also to make it kind of match with the sticker sheet that I made. So this is the sticker sheet that I made for Lunar New Year, which will be coming in February at some point. And I was also looking at this one. I was looking at the sparkles for reference. This is one of the prints that I finished last week. So yeah, I was looking at those two mostly for reference. And then after I do the line art, I do the sparkles. And sparkles are just based on vibes. There's no thoughts, only vibes for sparkles. And then these three are just color adjustment, like layer adjustment layers, color layer adjustments, like curves and contrast and stuff like that, just to help a little bit more if I'm not like super happy with the colors. I did do a little bit of color balance. You can't even tell. You can't even tell, but there is a slight bluer tinge to the color balance to help it. I don't know, just makes it look more like how I wanted it to look, you know? But yeah, that's kind of how I go through all of my illustrations. So if you look at my, like, another illustration I did last week that I couldn't show you guys, this one also is the same process. If you look through my layers here, it's the same process. The vibe in this one is romantic, so I went for a more pink vibe because pink tends to go with like the vintage nostalgia romantic feeling. Does that make sense? Colors have feelings, okay? Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy with this. I am quite pleased. I am going to go ahead and export this and order all of my prints for the next shop update and for Patreon. I have my February print done, my March print done, and I have 3 new prints coming. I'm also going to be reordering some old prints because we're almost out. So if you look at my little print box, this used to be completely full. Clearly we are almost out, so I need to reorder some prints like this one. I only have a couple left. I have a couple that sold out, so yeah, I'm gonna reorder because I feel bad that we're out, and I still really like these. I probably am going to just continue to reorder prints until I don't like them anymore. And I still really like these, so I'm gonna reorder them. Overall, very happy with my progress. It's been a good productive day. We've done a lot of things. We did some sketching, we did some painting, we did some packing, you know, considering that I lost my vlog footage for the last week. I'm still sad considering all of that. Today's been a good day. So I have about an hour and a half left that I'm going to spend formatting things, ordering things. I'll let you all know how much the prints cost. And then we'll be off to our ceramics class. So I'm ordering the prints. These are the 5x7 prints. I've reordered this one and this one, which sold out really quickly. This one I never ordered and it did pretty well on social media, so I'm gonna order it for Lunar New Year. This one is a reorder. This one is a reorder because this one did really well and I think there's only like one left. And then this one I again never ordered, but a lot of people like my stationery art, so I figured it made sense. I don't know if this is gonna focus all right, but yeah, so I am reordering a couple and I'm ordering the new prints, obviously, which I've shown you, and the total is gonna be $125 off of Moo, plus the shipping, plus probably sales tax. And then I'm also ordering my Patreon prints, so haha, sneak peek, but this is the job for my February and March Patreon prints, and then these are the 2 large prints that I'm getting, the dessert print and the tulips print. I'm not doing a big version of the Lunar New Year print. I feel like big prints generally don't do well, so I don't want to do something that's like super seasonal for a big print, because people typically buy smaller prints over big prints, because, you know, that way you can fit more stuff on the wall if the prints are small, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. The total cost for the cat print order is gonna be $274. Ooh, expensive. So the total is gonna be about $400, right? 125 plus 274, about $400. So I'm gonna suck it up and pay for those. Shout out to anyone who purchased from my shop this month, because it's a slow month and I need the money. Thank you. it's rough. It's rough out here. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna order the prints, and then I'm probably gonna just rest until I decide to eat dinner. I'm probably gonna make more ravioli for dinner, and then I'm gonna go to ceramics class. And yeah, overall it's been a pretty good day. I hope it's been fun for you to come along. All right, hello. A quick little outro because this vlog is already quite long. I don't know how a daily vlog ended up being 30 minutes long. It's because I spent so long talking about how I draw things. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this vlog. I tried to talk a little bit more about my drawing process and the things that I think about when I'm drawing, and, you know, kind of giving you a little bit more insight into how I draw. I mostly am just like drawing based on vibes. But yeah, so let me know if you found that interesting, and let me know if you liked this kind of chattier vlog, daily vlog type video. I am going to be making some more like week-long vlogs, but let me know if you like the daily ones versus the weekly ones. Yeah, I hope this vlog has treated you well. I hope I was able to keep you company for about half an hour while you were doing whatever you're doing, eating, drinking water, drawing, crafting, I don't know. This is your reminder to drink some water. And also, thank you so much for being part of my cozy little space on the internet. We have a very exciting shop update coming up soon, but the shop is already open and there's stuff on clearance, so if you want to, you can check that out. Otherwise, just check it out when I do the update. It's up to you. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks on Friday. Bye, friends.